Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Anime Mega Reviews, and today I got another theory slash explain video. But first, let me just say this: Black Clover has really been dropping some heat lately. I wouldn't be surprised if the manga sales have just went up because the storyline and everything that's been going on has just been up to par with, I guess, what we've had expected so far with Yuki Tabata. Every single arc he aims to just go higher and higher and higher because he wants that crown. And I do have to say this, though, that I believe next week there is no chapter, so you have to look up for the chapter review around October. So I can't wait to see what Yuki Tabata is really going to bring out his bag. But anyway, just to get right into the video, guys, last week in Black Clover chapter 265, it was revealed from Patri that there were children from the line of the Clover Kingdom and Lit. And this was something that had really surprised me. And this is really what I wanted to just make this video about, because I know that there were just a lot of questions in my last review because people were trying to really figure out, hold up, is this the child between Lit and Tetia? Wait, I thought that it was in Yuno's body. What's going on? And so, guys, this video is just to clear up some sort of like misconceptions about all of that, because I could definitely empathize with you guys, because when I first saw this chapter, I was just so surprised. Like, my face was like this. Yeah, like, and I can't even say that Yuki Tabata kind of didn't foreshadow this, because we have to remember, I believe it was shortly after the elf reincarnation arc, and I believe it was when Asta had merged his sword with William, and then all the elves, their bodies that came out, we saw these two children, and that is when we found out that apparently the elves had survived. However, not too many people of the fan base actually had realized this. Now, how did all this happen? So it is in Black Clover chapter 265 that Nero, she has just this flashback where Light and Lumiere, they're having this, or rather Lit and Lumiere, they're having the fight. And then Nero, she's crawling over to Tetia. And if you guys don't remember who Tetia is, because I know that she's a very important character, however, not too many people actually realize that she is the wife of Lit, or was going to be the wife of Lit, who was pregnant at the time. So Nero, she's crawling over to Tetia, who's mortally injured, and she begins to heal her wounds. She seals them up. Now, apparently this wasn't enough for the other twin, and she was having twins, by the way. Now, this was a big reveal because we had no idea. I thought that she had just had one child, and that is kind of like the confusing part, because I know that Yuki Tabata had kind of like left that out for a reason, but it's kind of convenient. And so their marriage wasn't in vain. And it's good to see this, because this was actually the first bonding between these two races. We have Lit, we have Tetia. And we have to remember that Lumiere and Lit really strove for peace. And I'm not exactly too sure if Lumiere wanted his sister to marry Lit for political reasons and for this alliance. I'm not really sure if this happened naturally, but I believe it was just a little bit of both. This was something that Lumiere really wanted, because obviously tensions were very high between the humans and the elves during this time. However, it is strange that ancient humans had worshipped the elves as gods because of their high mana level and they were loved by mana. So it's pretty interesting just to see this. Now, Black Clover chapter 265 explains that there is this village in between the Heart Kingdom and the Dead Magic Zone. And apparently, just to answer you guys' questions, the descendant of Tetia's other child, the one that didn't die, is the one that founded this kingdom. Now, this is where things get a little bit dicey. He would have had to, he or she would have had to have made it with a human. And the reason why I kind of have these questions about the descendants of the elves is because that's not exactly how genetics work. I know that this is a manga series, but it's kind of related to, for instance, in Dragon Ball Z, how Gohan is half human, and now he's with Videl, and then Videl has Pan. Pan is 25% Saiyan. And sooner or later, the Saiyan bloodline will actually be diluted to the point where in the future, you may not even see any more Saiyans in the Dragon Ball Z universe in terms of on Earth. How in the world could the elf line just continue on if there aren't a decent amount of elves around just to diversify the gene pool? So this is one of my questions that hopefully is actually answered in the manga series. My thinking is that perhaps there was just another branch family of elves, just like how in the Black Clover universe, there's a Diamond Kingdom, a Clover Kingdom, a Heart Kingdom, and in general, there are humans in this kingdom. So hopefully we get some answers to that. And the other child, as you guys may know, was reincarnated into the body of Yuno, and that is the reason why Yuno had looked like this elf in the elf reincarnation arc, because he was apparently the other child of Lit and Tetia. Now, with this new information in the Black Clover manga series, it's pretty interesting to see how Yuki Tabata is really going to take this turn in terms of just the Clover Kingdom, because technically Prince Augustus or King Augustus in the Clover Kingdom is not exactly in line to become king, because all the rest of the descendants are in this little area right here, and I think it's called Illyria or something like that. Guys, just correct me in the comment section. I try to pronounce it, so hopefully I'm going to look at another video and somebody could kind of explain that name to me, because yeah, it's kind of weird to just try to pronounce. But anyway, guys, going back to just this other kind of loophole in the line to become king in the Clover Kingdom, or queen, for instance, technically Augustus really has no right to ascend to the throne. So it's pretty cool to see this. And on top of that, they're actually related to Noelle and Memosa. They're actually distant cousins. So it's pretty cool to see this. But the last question that I have in this video is if the Heart Queen really knew about this secret kingdom literally a few miles away from her capital. And this is kind of weird if she didn't know. Perhaps she did know and she just left them alone, but if we just think about her power set and what she has to offer in terms of just all of her omnipresent powers, she was able to literally see what was going on in the Spade Kingdom when Asta had destroyed that little mechanized city with her powers in tandem with, of course, Undane. And if she had no idea about these elves in her kingdom, it's something that's sort of a loophole in her power set. And this would kind of make sense because it seems as though she isn't all the way experienced with her powers. We see this in the fight against Vonica, whereby although she definitely has everything at her disposal to handle Vonica, it's still very hard to get all of these powers in tandem to work together when you're literally trying to put all these different life experiences together into one person. She is the avatar of the Heart Kingdom, as I said this before, so her job is very tough to begin with, and it looks to be like she's only like 18 or maybe 20, so she has a long way to go before she can fully like master these powers. So it is probable that she did not know about these elves. That's kind of one of the questions that I did have. But anyway, guys, that does it for me today. Make sure you subscribe and hope you liked the video. I had to explain this because so many people had asked me this in the comment section, so it's like, let me just make a video about it. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys, again, give me a thumbs up. And also make sure to comment down in the comment section below. I have another big announcement for my channel. I will be streaming games on Twitch in tandem with YouTube pretty soon. But I have to find out what games you guys want me to stream, because I don't really want to stream games that you guys just don't really care for. So let me know in the comment section below about what anime games I could stream, or even what games, period. I'm not really doing Fortnite, but hey, look, if you guys want to watch me play Fortnite and talk about Black Clover, I'll definitely do that. It's all about building the community. Anyway, guys, make sure you stay safe out there, and peace.